Welcome to episode number 84 of the Friday Fizz. This week, forget everything, we've got a superstar guest on. So you might have noticed that we've got a special guest here today. We've got Chris Wood of Burnley fame and New Zealand, of course.
Yeah? Indeed, yes.
So yeah, for those of you who don't know, which will only be a small slither, Chris Wood's a striker at Burnley. Record signing, I believe, was it?
So they tell me, yeah.
Yeah,
it was.
Absolutely superb, yeah. And it was your birthday last week, was it?
It was,
Yeah,
this time,
happy
a week
birthday.
ago today, so yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, apparently, Ryan was telling me how you forgot about that. When you agreed to
Did
do
I?
it.
Oh, when I agreed to it, oh yes. Yeah, I forgot the family had all organised to come up.
Yeah.
They don't normally come up on my birthday, that's why.
We've hyped
Don't
this
really
up
care
for
about
weeks. Like, people have been waiting for this episode for like months. We've said, yeah, we'll definitely have him on soon. So finally, yeah, just before Christmas.
Naturally, I'm sure you would expect the usual questions. Why did you leave Leeds for Burnley? But I'll answer that one for you. Because we're in the Premier League and we're competing for Champions League spots and we're a bigger club. So we'll move on from there.
See you later, Leeds fans. Yeah, that's a good chunk you got.
Yeah, I look forward to the trolls now, just all the comments. It's going to go crazy.
That was the first round of questions we got when we put it
Yeah.
out, like, what would you ask Chris Wood? It was just, why did you leave Leeds?
Yeah, they have to be fair, they have a really strong following, don't they?
They do.
They have a very big strong
Jumped straight on our
all
tweets,
around
so
the
they're
world.
gone.
Yeah.
Lost a few viewers.
Yeah. So anyway, so one thing is that every Burnley fan has a nosebleed at the minute, and we're absolutely delighted. We're living on cloud nine. What's it like back in camp, and have you sort of adjusted your goals for the season almost because of where we sat now?
No, everything stayed exactly the same. We're still striving to get to that 40-point mark as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And I think we've all talked about it as getting there as soon as possible is the best case scenario.
Yeah.
And great if that comes sooner rather than later because it means you can kick on and do other things. So at the moment, the camp is exactly the same as what it was when I came in.
Cool.
So it's nice to see that.
Yeah. Is there a good team spirit at the minute though? Is it better when you're winning, or does it just stay the same? Is it?
Of course, I think at times it is better when you're winning. It helps. It plays an effect. But from what I've seen at this club already with these lads, even if you were losing a few games, I don't think it changes too much because the group that they've got is actually quite good compared to what I've been at before. So it's nice to see.
So how does it compare? Like, what are the differences between kind of squad morale and motivation at Burnley compared to previous clubs?
It's hard to put a fact on like why one club can create a great team spirit or a great atmosphere. It's just something that comes from within all the players. Everybody seems to like pull in the right direction. There's nobody that thinks they're bigger than anybody else, or everybody's just themselves and just goes along with what we're doing, and it just works really well.
I guess the manager's got a big influence on it, hasn't he? Recruiting the right players.
Exactly. He brings in players that he thinks will help with the group and fit them well. And so far, I think he has recruited really well over the years that he's been here. It shows that the team's kept the same way and the same beliefs.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you were a kid then, who did you look up to? Who you were a fan of?
Probably not going to like this, but Alan Shearer.
Being a different player.
Newcastle's Alan Shearer, we'll put it that way there. I mean, he was a fantastic goal scorer. He's a natural born goal scorer, and for me, that's exactly what I like to do and want to emulate.
Did you watch a lot of English football growing up then?
Huge amounts, yeah. I mean, I remember waking up at 3 a.m. and things like that, watching games and watching the Champions League before I go to school and things like that. So I used to watch a lot of European and English football. Yeah. Just a massive fan of it. So.
Happy days. So I can do 9 keepy-uppies, which I suspect is quite difficult to beat. What's your record?
I think I just pip you, probably 11 or 12.
Right, yeah, that's quality.
Damn it. So I'm literally 2 keepy-uppies off being a pro footballer. That's why I'm gonna.
That's if you class me that, yeah.
You get paid for it, so you're
doing all
I'll
right.
take it.
Anyway.
I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, good stuff. Go on, Sam.
Well, yeah. So we've got a question here. Other than obviously career highlight of appearing on Friday Fizz, what's your other career highlight?
Probably looking back, it would be probably playing the World Cup back in 2010. That was a massive achievement.
That's still really young then as well, weren't you?
Yeah, I was 18.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was very young. Just playing for your national side is a great achievement in itself, but to play in a major competition is quality. And then of course, being able to play in the Prem is something that I really cherish as well.
Yeah, Champions League next season.
So. That would be lovely. It's a long way off for me. May's a long way away. So.
Yeah. But no, it's good that obviously competing on that level. Spurs coming in a couple of weeks to play Burnley, and you're literally competing for those places, like Europa League places.
Exactly, that's the best
crazy,
thing about it.
Yeah.
It means you're sitting in the right direction and you're having interesting games other than just normal games.
Yeah,
good stuff. Yeah, thank you very much. So those are the first few questions.
Yeah.
It makes me feel very insignificant and inferior when you were playing in a World Cup at 18. Sat here, 31, still working 60 hours a week.
31 it is. 31.
What? 31?
Yeah, you won't believe it, would you?
No, don't look it, do I?
How old did you think Dave was? Comment below.
yeah, go on then. Tell us what you think. Good stuff. Okay, so we want to play our cool game.
Would you rather live without music or without TV?
That's a tough one. Probably music.
You live without music?
Okay. Interesting. I think TV.
What are you watching on TV at the minute?
Shooter, the TV series.
Yeah.
As well as Peaky Blinders, of course.
Yeah, classic.
Very good.
Yeah. Nice. So would you rather have Barnes's or Ben Mee's hair?
Ben Mee. That's an easy one. You've all seen Barnes's hair. He tries, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Right, PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
Good choice.
Not
Easy
for me.
that one.
Daishi's voice or Barnes's hair?
Barnsley's here. Got us bending into the witch.
Damn, you went against the
Wow,
grain there.
that's not what I expected.
Just don't show the gaffer.
Who wouldn't want Daishi's voice?
Yeah.
Like, his voice comes on TV and my missus is just, she just like turns around and goes, "What's that, Daishi? Where is it? Where is it?" It's like instant.
All right, would you rather be a Burnley legend or win the World Cup with New Zealand?
Oh, I'd love to be both. To be honest, winning the World Cup with New Zealand would be such an amazing feat. I mean, for a country of New Zealand to just be in a World Cup is huge, but to win it would be out of this world. It would be ridiculous.
There's probably similar odds of Burnley winning the Premier League as there is to New Zealand winning the World Cup.
I'd say it'd be close, but yeah.
That's that. But
after
can you imagine
Leicester, I
winning the World
suppose
Cup?
it's kind of odds have narrowed, haven't they, on Prem? So.
Good stuff. Bardsley's pace or Barnes's hair?
Pace all day long.
Premier League or World Cup? Just had that pretty much, but.
Oh yeah.
It's tough. To be fair, I'd love to win the Prem. Yeah, it'd be a great achievement to win that.
Yeah.
Would you rather play for Blackburn or have Barnes's hair?
Barnsley's here. It's a good hair.
Good answer.
You've done all right there. You've got a couple.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Good stuff. Hopefully Barnsley, we were only joking. It's not.
Yeah.
They weren't. They told me before they wanted to.
that improvement and you still go in it.
Well, he's done all right.
It's only in the last couple of years really I get a bit of banter from the lads and stuff saying flipping how you going bold and that and stuff like that, but that's just like that's never fazed me.
Barnes is my favourite player at the minute, bar one, obviously.
Cheers.
Yeah. So you're the one,
cheers.
and Barnes is number two. I just love how he just irritates every player that he plays against.
Yeah.
It was like Ryan on the rugby pitch. He used to piss everyone off as well. So.
That's just not on the pitch. That's off the pitch as well.
This is great banter.
As you know, we're a bit of a business show, so
I thought you were going to say a bit of a business then. We try. we do
actually have a serious business here, believe it or not. But anyway, so what gets you up every day? What are your goals and motivators?
To be fair, it's just to make my family proud. Do the best I can, and just get the most out of the opportunity that I'm given. I'm very fortunate to be in the position that I am, to be able to play in the Premier League. So just to make the most of it and not give up that opportunity.
Super. Decent. So we get a few entrepreneurs watching this, kind of start-up businesses and stuff. So what advice would you give to people kind of trying to reach the top, trying to be the best in their field?
Hard work's the main one. I think you have to put in the hard work. Nobody's ever going to do it for you. And the other one's not giving up. I mean, there's so many downs in life, and there's so many dips in anything, and in any job or any sport, you always get dips and moments and things like that. So just not giving up, because you know the good times will come if you just keep persevering. Yeah,
I suppose you just grafted, haven't you? Through all the clubs you've been at, you just graft, and then you keep working your way up.
Exactly. So. You just keep trying and keep doing. I mean, it doesn't always work perfectly at one club or anything like that, or a time period at a club, but you go through those dips and highs. You go through the tough times to enjoy the highs, so just keep going. Yeah.
Superb. So what elements of Dyche's leadership do you think could be used in the business world outside of the sporting world?
Well, he's very strong on team beliefs, making sure everybody believes in what we're trying to achieve. So I think buying into what people are trying to put across to you. So if it's your boss, yourself, and your beliefs of what you want to do, starting up business or anything like that, you got to believe in what you're doing and just stick to them week in, week out, and just keep doing those. As long as you do those right, then you have a platform to build on.
Like core values, I suppose, that you can always fall back on, isn't it?
Correct. So. Yeah, I'd say exactly that.
Yeah. Cool.
And is he as scary as we all perceive him to be?
He's definitely has his moments, but no, he's not that bad. I mean, he's got the good persona about him, but he's an easy enough man to talk to as well.
He seems to always have a really good balance in front of the camera. Sort of, there's a little bit of a humour. There's a seriousness about him which you can't get away from. But he seems quite relaxed whenever you see him. He never seems to get really worked up. I mean, on the side of the pitch, obviously that's a different thing, but we all do, don't we? Like, I get some of the things I shout in the stands is ridiculous.
Animal.
Yeah, but yeah, no, he seems to have be quite level-headed whenever there's a camera pointed at him, at least, anyway.
Yeah, he is. I mean, but I think that's him in general as a person. He is level-headed, and he would never change that because he's so strong in his beliefs, and he holds himself to those beliefs that he brings into the team. So. He makes sure he's right before he starts demanding off other people.
Brilliant. Awesome. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and share, and tell us what you thought of Chris Wood's answers. Are you all right there?
She's a Blackburn fan, so...
Yeah, I can't believe you just said that. We were trying to keep that one under wraps.
She was just choked there.
So you're not a real fan. You don't go and watch them.
No, I don't. Not anymore.